Hey YouTube, what's going on? This is Cheeseboy628 here today giving you an OU tier Pokemon Showdown battle. And right before I get into it, yes, this is my 100th battle that I've uploaded to this channel. It's really amazing how time just flies by, because this is a crazy journey it's been. It's been awesome though for sure, because you guys are just amazing. So yeah, and please enjoy this 100th upload. Nothing too special about it, although I think this is a pretty goofy team to go along with it. So, I'm not going to reveal this Blissey set yet. It's pretty funny. Just wait until battle. Hopefully it gets a little bit of usage. But the rest of it is my defensive core of Fortress and Gliscor. Before I had my Ferrothorn instead of Fortress, but then I realized I need a spinner for this team to even exist because I have a Sash Cloyster and a Banded D-Knight. And then I have a Specs Jolteon, and that is the team. Now looking over his team, he has some stuff that just really bothers this team. My team isn't really that serious anyway, but I do want to show it because this Blissey set. This is the reason I created this team. So, but he does have a Magnezone and a Xatu, and those things are just going to be really annoying because they can't set up hazards that well. And Magnezone is just going to trap in Fortress, and I am just scared of HP Ice on the Magnezone, and yeah, just a bunch of shenanigans. If you hear thunder in the background, I'm sorry, that is because it is just thunderstorming like crazy over here. Anyway, let's get into this battle. So he starts out with his T-Tar, and I bring in my D-Knight because I just want to do a huge chunk of damage before the sandstorm kind of ruins me. I am banded, so I'm going to do a huge chunk, and I'm kind of surprised at the ballsiness that he brought in Xatu right into my D-Knight, because an Outrage could have just killed him instantly. But of course he does have Magnezone, but who knows if he has HP Ice yet. But anyway, it is my Blissey, and I do not have the natural cure like you may expect on Blissey. I am a Serene Grace Blissey with modest max special attack, Life Orb. Yeah, you probably think I am insane, mostly because I finally got off a move here with the Ice Beam, and of course it didn't do much because Thick Fat on Mamoswine. But if I went for Flamethrower there, that would have been a nice chunk. And if the Thunder got off on the Xatu, I could have potentially got it paralyzed. But unfortunately, I did miss with the 70 accuracy. Yes, Sand doesn't affect accuracy for Thunder. But anyway, unfortunately, Blissey doesn't get to do much work here, even though that's what this team exists for. But basically, the problem here is this Xatu, and he has Mamoswine and a bunch of things that can, like, T-Tar and Jellicent that could potentially have Ice Beam. So I'm very scared of having my Gliscor in for too long. And unfortunately I was very paranoid about this as well, that he would trap in my Fortress, because it would be nice to keep the spinner if he does have like rocks on anything. But thankfully he didn't get any rocks up, and here in case he goes out to Xatu, I'm going for the Fire Punch to be safe. Not really sure if that crit mattered because I am banded adamant. But yeah, I'm bulky as well as max HP. So I definitely need to save my D-Knight, and this friggin' Garchomp does so much damage. I don't know if it's banded or scarfed. Judging, I'm guessing it's banded because it does way over half to my Gliscor. Thankfully I had enough health that I could have lived another Outrage, so that's why he probably switched out. And then a couple more turns just happened, but really all that matters now is he's in with Xatu, and I'm just going to scout out what he can do, because I cannot touch it because I have Toxic and Earthquake as my moves to affect whatever I am facing. And since of course Magic Bounce on Xatu, I can't touch it. So I'm just going to stall a bit more just to get enough HP that once I switch out I can go into something else. And I'm going to go into my D-Knight. But of course now he goes for the U-turn. And then he goes into Garchomp, and I'm like, okay, well I might as well get damage on it. Go for the Extreme Speed. And it turns out he goes for the Aqua Tail. Which, oh my gosh, maybe it's a misclick, I'm not sure, but basically I know he's going to switch out now because he knows I'm locked in. So I'm going to go into Gliscor. And it could have the Ice Beam, he could have the Skull, I don't know. I'm going to go for the Toxic. And he has the Hydro Pump. What? Excuse me? I don't know. But he doesn't have leftovers. Maybe Specs, I have no idea. But I go for the Volt Switch here, which could be risky because he does have both Garchomp and Mamoswine left. So that's why this is a really risky game, because he has a ton of pokes to counter all my moves. But basically now he knows I could just go for the extreme speed here. That's exactly what I do, but he does have the Rocky Helmet. And my D-Knight will die if I kill off this Exatu. And so knowing that Dragonite will be very important to winning this game, I switch out to Cloyster, and he does go for the great play of U-turn to get some momentum. And so I do go for the Escal Spear here because I am scared that this T-Tar could take me out. Even though Cloyster has amazing 180 defense, I do only have base 50 HP and no HP investment. And so he goes into Exatu, which is weird because he could have just saved his death fodder. But here he goes for the Earthquake, and I live it because of my massive defense and take out that Garchomp, which I don't know if that was min-max variation, but it just makes my job a little bit easier. I think I still could have won in the end, but it does make it so I can definitely win here with the Banded Extreme Speed from D-Knight and not have to take extra Sandstorm damage and live with 1%. But nonetheless, very close game. So that was an awesome game for fernyhax. Thank you for watching as always, guys. This is not the most amazing battle I know for being a 100th battle, but it was definitely pretty goofy. I enjoyed this team, and thankfully it did happen to work out. So I hope you all enjoyed. Actually, tomorrow is something that a little bit different that I kind of wanted to try out. I've had suggestions about doing things other than Pokemon Showdown battles all the time, and there are things I had in mind, but this is something where I wanted to basically just have a video about me preparing for, like, in certain tiers, just a certain type of team that you can have in the tier and how it's effective and what it's countered by and things like that. So let's say I wanted to do an Uber's hyper offensive team. I'd give like tips on how to make it and pokes that would be useful in it. So that's something I'd probably start trying tomorrow, see how that works. Tell me what you guys think about it, and I'll try a video out and you guys can tell me how effective it was and if I should upload more of them. So yeah, let me know, guys. I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you for this amazing journey to 100 Pokemon Showdown battles. It really is amazing, and I wouldn't be here without you guys. Thank you, guys. Like, comment, sub, and until later, peace.